Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Tyler. I'm a Chinese astrologer, and as I like to say and point out, an astrologer in general. And so today is Friday, May the 3rd, 2019. So today is a really exciting day for me when I knew that it was on the way, because today is the day in Chinese astrology. Today is Day of the Metal Rat in Chinese astrology, and the rat is I'm quite fascinated by among all the signs in the Chinese astrology, of all the 12 signs of the zodiac of the Chinese zodiac, because the rat is the first one, the first sign of the 12, and then it starts with the rat. The ox is the second, the tiger is the third, and the rabbit is the fourth, and then the last one is the pig. So I wanted to explain. First, I wanted to tell the story about what I've read before about in the history of the Chinese astrology and what the legend is. That it was thousands of years ago that one day the Buddha had called upon all the animals of the earth to all come together and gather for a special meeting. So the Buddha called all the animals upon the earth, invited them, gave them the invitation. The first animal to show up for the meeting was the rat. So the rat was the first, the ox was the second, the tiger was the third, the pig was the last one. Only those 12 animals showed up, and none of the rest did. So that's the history of the Chinese astrology in a nutshell, or that's one of the greatest stories about the history of the Chinese astrology, regarding that meeting. And they were just the 12 animals that showed up. The rat was the first. And they actually say, too, that those born under the zodiac Chinese sign of the rat, is they say that they want to be the first. They think that they're the first in everything. Like in everything they do, all their endeavors, they want to be the first. They want to be the one in charge, so on. And you actually see it among the celebrity world as well. Those who were born in either the year of the rat, or typically on basically the year of the rat they were born in, or the day of the rat as well. And according to, I have to say that with the research that I've done within the last few years, I can tell you straight up that those born on the celebrities that were born on Day of the Rat, it seems more authentic that they're more like a rat than those who were born in the year of the rat, but on the day of a different animal. So I can tell you, like, among the celebrities that you see that were born on Day of the Rat, there's quite a few examples, and I'll mention them as well, that, among the celebrity world that did very well. And especially you read under their Chinese, or under their Primal Astrology, which is, I should explain first that, so those born on Day of the Rat, so I want to say this in a nutshell, that those born on Day of the Rat are primarily a rat in their Chinese astrology, regardless of what Chinese month they were born in, their Chinese year, or their Chinese rising sign, which is the Chinese hour that they were born in. So the day that we were born on is whatever animal sign that is, that's the one that we primarily are, or that's the one. So I'm an ox because I was born on Day of the Ox. Because I'm year of the pig, I was born in year of the pig, so I could be called a pig as well, but primarily I'm an ox because of the day, because the days that we go through are the strongest. and that is according to ChineseFortuneCalendar.com, which I've left the link for you before about that. That gives all that information. So what's interesting too, and I wanted to show this chart again about the compatibility. So as it mentions here, that the compatibility, so for those other Chinese zodiac signs that get along with the rat best, so I'm one of them, so I'm an ox, and as according on this chart here that shows the detail, so here's the rat, so the ox is one of the best friends because it's mentioned right here, and the dragon is another, and the monkey. So the dragon, the monkey, and the ox are the best friends of the rat, primarily. And the nemesis of the rat, as they say, the conflict animal, is the horse. So rats, so people born on day of the rat, they're probably going to have issues with people who were born on day of the horse. Now, that's not always the case, but it could be very good, or it could be very difficult and complicated for their relationship. But primarily, their best friends are the dragon, monkey, and ox. And in regards to members of other trines, as I mentioned this in my earlier video, that so the rat is a member of the first trine. So, and the dragon and the monkey are also members of the first trine. So they say that whatever trine you're a part of, the other animals that are the same members of your trine, the same trine that you're in, so they're supposed to get along with you the best in usual cases. So, and I wanted to mention as well that so those born on day of the rat in Chinese astrology, they are so their sign of the Chinese zodiac is the rat, primarily. Some say that it's the year animal that we're born in, but I can tell you, so I just want to mention again that according to physical evidence that I've seen in examining the celebrities among the Hollywood and so on, there is quite big evidence that those born on the day have the strongest traits of that animal sign. And so anyhow, so I wanted to mention that there's actually 12 different types of rats. So if you or somebody's born on day of the rat, there's actually, you're actually one of 12 different types. And this is why that is. Because there's the Aries rat, there's the Taurus rat, there's the Gemini rat, the Cancer rat, the Leo rat, the Virgo rat, so on and so on. So, and this, by the way, is Primal Astrology. So Primal Astrology is the combination of both the Chinese astrology and the sidereal astrology, or you can call it the Western, the Austerian, the astrology that basically starts from Aries and ends with Pisces, those 12 signs. So those 12 signs are 13 if you count Ophiuchus. So those signs combined with whichever signs of the Chinese, that's what primal astrology is. And primal astrology is that new, it's kind of a new age, it appears to be a new age astrology system that we're really learning about, and it's really came about, and it's really grabbed my interest, and I find it is incredibly fascinating about that. And again, I've showed the website about it before and read off to you some descriptions of some celebrities as well. So Jennifer Lawrence, by the way, was born on day of the rat in Chinese astrology, and her moon sign is Taurus. So that makes her to be a Taurus rat. So I'm mentioning Jennifer Lawrence as an example for you. So if you read the description, and it mentions, so those on the Primal Astrology website, when you go on it, and it mentions the Taurus rat, the name of that sign is called the squirrel. Okay, so each of the different signs in the Primal Astrology, they all have a different animal name. And there's 144 different signs of the Primal Astrology, and they're the combination of the Chinese and the Aries to Pisces astrology combined. So, and I'll definitely leave a detail explaining about that in the below this video for you, to give you more of an insight, and the links I'll share with you as well. So today was definitely a special day because the rat is the best friend, one of the greatest friends of the ox, which is me, and the metal rat especially, because under my Chinese astrology, it mentions how the element of what's called yang metal is my soulmate element, as it mentions. So like there's on the Chinese website, or on the website ChineseFortuneCalendar.com, it mentions when you put in your birth details, and it gives you all the details of your Chinese astrology birth chart, and it mentions to you what your soulmate element is. So basically, days of yang metal are supposed to be rather, it mentions how it's my soulmate element, and it could be a rather fortunate day, or supposed to be a rather fortunate day for me in terms of meeting. It could be meeting new people, new friends, maybe having a lot of doing a new video as well for my channel. So that's another reason why today, today I really thought, this is initially I thought, I kind of wanted to take the today off from it, but because it's day of the metal rat, which is one of all the 60 different animal signs of the Chinese Zodiac in terms of the different elements, the different element combinations between the different elements in the animals. This one is right up there for maybe one of the best, if not maybe the best, according to what it says for my personal Chinese astrology birth details and chart. So thanks again for watching today, guys, and I hope you enjoyed this on about those who are born on day of the rat, and the Chinese sign of the rat. And I have to mention too that the year 2020, wow, that's going to be an awesome year. And I actually had a theory that 2020 could be one of the greatest New Years, that we've seen in history, because they say that the sign of the rat, or in the year of the rat, is the year of new beginnings, because the rat is the first sign of the Chinese Zodiac. And so that's a sign of new beginnings for everyone. And you could kind of see it coming about, seeing that, the US presidential election is next year. That could be sign of new beginnings as well, if there becomes a new president in the United States. And all kinds of magical stuff could be going on. There's the Summer Olympics as well in Tokyo, Japan. And that's going to be an awesome event as well. And you could easily see how it very much looks like on the horizon. If you look in the future, this could definitely be a magical or very awesome new beginning for the world in 2020. So it's definitely something to look forward to, and hopefully for building world peace as well, if all of us get together and make the world peace as well for it. So thanks again, guys, and I wish you a very happy and joyful and safe weekend for this weekend as well. All the best, and thanks again for watching. I'm Tyler. I'm a Chinese astrologer, and all the best. God bless.